So check it out, right? A bunch of us came together in DC and we built a studio downtown, which is home to a variety of podcasts in the DMV area. The name of the studio is GoldGateWay Studio. And we have a variety of shows that we share with the public. We got the GoldGateWay podcast, we got the Mad as Shahada podcast, we got the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, and the House Talk Show. If you want to check out our full content, go on YouTube and type in GoldGate House. Subscribe as well. And if you want to see snippets, go on Instagram and type in @GoldGateWay. Thank you guys for the support. Keep supporting and enjoy the show. We got a lot of dope content from professionals and creatives.
I'm immortalized, blow smoke, my soul arise. Yeah, I'm bona fide, one chance in this do or die. Peep the culprit in the safe house whipping potion. Kill commotion, we don't need all that.
Okay, what brought you to DC?
Okay, so I moved here when I was 17, graduated from high school, came straight to Howard. I wasn't going to come to Howard, but my mom just had pushed me. She was just like, you need to go, you need to get the experience, because I'm from Denver, and there's like 5% black people out there. So it's like, she's like, you need to go get the HBCU experience. I wanted to go to California. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go to Howard. Me and my best friend at the time, we had committed to going together. Yeah. So I went, and now I'm here, and I've been here ever since.
Well, was she like, if you don't go to Howard, I want to help you pay for school or something like that?
Nah, it was on my list. Like, I applied, and it was definitely on my list. My auntie had went, so it was somewhere, but I just never, being so far away from home, that was never my agenda. Okay. It's a 4-hour flight compared to California. It's like an hour and a half. Yeah. So it wasn't, I'm like, yeah, I'll apply, see if I get in. I got in like 2 days, and then she's like, you're going. I was like, that's crazy. You're right, I'm going. She's like sending me YouTube videos.
Wait, did you come here to check it out before? Or
no.
Like you had never been?
Never been.
So the first time you came in was the first time?
It was me moving into my dorm. I was like, we with it. All right, we here with it.
Okay, dope. And how was your experience been like, you know?
It was fun. So Howard has a culture that you just dive into. It's like, you find your own way. You find out just like a lot about yourself. You find like who you want to hang out with, stuff like that. It's been lit though. Outside of Howard has been an experience too. Just
because we in the city.
An adult, it's wild. And you know, when you're on Howard's campus, you're kind of just doing Howard stuff. You're like going to Howard parties, Howard this. Now that I'm grown and out and about, I'm like, oh yo, this is different. This is different.
Yeah, you know, like I went to all white school.
Where'd you go?
UMass Amherst, and it was like in the middle of nowhere. You know,
couldn't be me, big fella.
So I can only imagine, and I mean, we still have fun. You know, there was no city life, but you know, being on campus was dope too. You know what I mean? But I can only imagine like going to Howard and having access to the city right there. I feel like that's too much.
It was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. There are some people who are from New York, for example. They got in, they were just eating. Like, they knew what to do. They knew how to move. Exactly. Colorado, like, you can't move around if you don't have a car. And I didn't know public transportation. I didn't even know what networking was. Like, I was like, what do you mean y'all are networking? Like, what does that mean? They follow each other on Twitter? Cute. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So, learning how to be in the city and really be productive also, because there's so much going on. You can go to anywhere. You can go to a hookah bar, a bar, a club, go down U Street and hit 12 places all in one night. And you can do that every night in DC. In Colorado, it's like, if it's not a weekend, you know, it's not as much.
Do you have hookah like culture over there?
I don't even know. I left when I was 17, so it's like, and I haven't been back like that. Like, you know, holiday. Like visiting and stuff. But I don't know what the nightlife is like. I know it's improving. Ever since weed, I kind of left when weed got legal. So I know it's improving. Everyone's moving there, but it's not DC.
So you got new people moving in just because of the weed business, obviously. Okay.
A lot of people from Cali are moving in there. It's actually hard to find people who are Colorado native in Denver now, just because the market for weed and how much profit people are making.
That's so interesting. So real estate is probably booming out there.
It's stupid.
And you don't think it's it's good to go back there and make some money.
You know, I always think about it, and I'm like, nah, y'all got it.
Yeah.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, okay.
My family's out there. They can eat. They got it.
Okay, so in terms of like, you know, being in the city where, you know, you're going to school, you know what I mean, you're coming from like a smaller town?
Yeah, it's suburbs.
Okay. And now you in the city. You know, the reason why I say it's probably it looks crazy to me is because you can get caught up in the city, you know what I'm saying, and not even focus on school. So, you know, like I wonder how like have you heard about these experiences, or did you go through that?
Yeah.
What was your transition into being comfortable, like, you know?
So actually, I feel like even somewhat recently, once I graduated or was graduating, actually last semester of undergrad, it's 21, fresh, new, ain't nobody see me, you know, nobody know who I am. And I was going out a lot, and it was just like, because I could, I'm like, damn, like I can go here, you know, I can do all this. So it was like being able to balance graduating, and then I worked full time my entire senior year. So it was like, there were nights when I would go out at 2 a.m. and have a 6 a.m. client, and I would just be like, yo, I can't do this. Like after a while, I'm like, I have to be an adult. Like I can't be getting 4 hours sleep. So you definitely can get lost in it. I know some people who got really lost in it to the point where they dropped out, didn't continue school, things of that sort. So it's just like, you have to be able to prioritize, like big picture. What are you here for? At the end of the day, you're here for your education. So it was like, but on the weekends, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna do my thing. So.
And you think, like, you know, Howard has all like the resources to prepare you for the real world? And resources and opportunities.
Okay, opportunities, yes. Okay. Resources, no. But I feel like the lack of resources that Howard has prepares you for anything. So nothing is black and white at Howard. You go to financial aid, you're going to be in there for 4 hours, or you got to be waiting at 7:30 in the morning, or like you want your transcript on time. Good luck. No, you're not. Like you have to go above everyone's head. So it's like the lack of just resources the school has, like no heat, no air, just BS left and right. It prepares you for anything. So if I'm experiencing something at my job, right, and somebody tells me no, I damn near laugh at it. I'm like, yeah, right. Like, because
you've been through.
All Howard tells us is no. We'd be like, can we have our financial aid package? Can we have our student loans? They're like, no. What do you mean no?
So, dang, that's interesting. So, you're looking at it from a very, very positive perspective. Yeah. Because and you know, it's like it's how you use that experience, right? That's interesting because, you know, where I went to school, and honestly, I'm not gonna hold you, like, I love Howard because I met a lot of dope people from Howard. You know what I'm saying? I think Howard is for hustlers. You know what I'm saying? If you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you either come out a hustler or you go in a hustler and come out a better hustler. You know what I mean?
It's facts. There's so many, just people do so much. I mean, I didn't even know about like GroupMe. They have GroupMe for everything, selling clothes, hair, makeup,
business minded.
I was like, yo, people are eating out here left and right. So that definitely taught me a lot of my grind. Also, it's just like, you have to. And a lot of people from Howard, some people do come from money, but a lot of people actually don't. Like, my parents don't have no mansion on the side of the beach or whatever it is, and so you have to either sink or swim. So people dining dollars, like just different stuff to survive, honestly.
And you know, like I bring this up because I went to a white school, and like I said, it's, you know, it's predominantly white. And I never had to wait for my refund check. You know what I mean? I never had to wait in line. So it's like, I'm like, I want my kids to go to Howard. You know what I'm saying? And then I moved to DC because my boy went to Howard Law. So he was like, yo, you got to come to DC because, like, it's easier to network here. You know, you got people that look just like you and they actually getting it done, you know? So it's good connects. I move out here, it's all true, you know what I mean? But I meet people from Howard and they tell me these stories. And I'm like, yo, I never experienced that before, waiting for my... Because it's like, your refund check, you might have to pay rent. So you waiting on that. You got to date.
And it's not just a little bit of a wait. It's like October 2nd. They're sending you an email talking about you got to hold on your account, pay your like, with what money? Y'all owe me 22 bands. Like, what are you talking about? Pay y'all? No.
And so it's like, it makes it difficult. Even though it's like I love the people, but then I'm looking at the organization. I'm like, yo, would I want my kids to go there?
Yeah.
Do you see like effort being made towards fixing these issues?
A little bit. I mean, I feel like Howard's getting better. There's some things that the new classes like HU 23 and 22 are gonna experience that we didn't. But yeah, I don't know. It's just you learn to deal with it, and you probably it shouldn't be like that. Like people back home,
that's my thing.
They don't know what it's like to literally be threatened to be kicked out of your dorm. Yeah. Because the school hasn't paid you. Like, most people don't go through that. So it's like when you go through things like that, you're talking to this advisor and this person, it's like you obtain skills that you wouldn't have got anywhere else. So there's times when I wanted to leave Howard, I'm like, it's not worth it. Whatever. But now that I've graduated and I'm an alum and I get to wear my Howard stuff to the airport and people are like, oh, you go to Howard? I was like, oh yeah, it was worth it. Slight hair flip, like it was for sure worth it.
Do you think it's a money issue? Like
with Howard?
Yeah, like if Howard had money, things would move smooth, like way smoother.
Yeah, I think so. And it's just like it's a ripple effect. I don't think the faculty gets paid enough. Yeah. It's not even I know they don't get paid enough. Okay. And then that makes their productivity or urgency to fix matters if they're not strongly passionate about student life or whatever. They just don't have urgency. So then that ripples down to students and they get frustrated. Like they took away a whole bunch of scholarships when I came in my freshman year. And it's just like reward.
They just took the scholarships away.
Oh yeah, they were like, yeah, they offered I think like full rides, full room and board. There's a whole bunch of legacy scholarships.
Listen, man.
And we got there and they were like, some of y'all get it. Sorry, don't know what to tell y'all. We're not offering no more full ride, nothing like that.
But what do you do in that case? You just
what
if you plan everything for that?
Yeah, even when I was, back home in Denver, I'm looking at my financial aid package, which was non-existent. Yeah. I'm like calling them. I'm like, hey, so look, my GPA is when you're in high school, you're like a 4.3 weighted. Yeah. My ACT score is this, and this. And they're like, yeah, just come into the financial aid office. Like, you qualify for this. I went to that financial aid office. They told me too bad. I was like, oh, so then you're there. Like, all right, I'll take the Parent Plus loan out. My mom's signing the loan, whatever it may be. But it's like, okay, I'm here. Either I transfer, then I'm a semester behind or a year behind, or I just stick it out. Yeah. And it's like, do I go somewhere like, I don't know, GW, where it's a whole bunch of white and Asian kids, or do I get the experience? Yeah. So you have to weigh out what you want. Yeah. It's almost like you in a way you do pay for that experience. You know what I mean? I'm sure you learn, like, you gain a lot of culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know how to dance before I came to Howard. Yo, the way you saying, like, dance at all? Or like, a specific type of dance? I had a cute little two-step, but other than that, I was not throwing nothing in a circle. I didn't know what to do. I remember I went to my first house party, and I was like, I need to practice. Yeah. Me and my roommate, we used to practice. Like, we would just be listening to Migos. Migos was, what? Yeah. You definitely learn a lot. definitely. But, and, getting out of Howard, it's like, what would have made you stay in DC as opposed to leaving? It's really my field, I guess. I could actually see myself living in DC. I love the city a lot. I just am 21, young, no kids. Yeah. No situations holding me to the city. So it's like, I'm just going to venture out. And then I could honestly see myself coming back here. Dead ass. Yeah. Okay. What about going back home? Denver? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Okay. Nah, I can't. And it's nothing against Denver. Like, Denver's cool. I tell everyone, you go vacation in Denver, like, you have time of your life. But I've just been there for my whole life. And people back home get stuck. So, like, if you look at a map, Colorado's a box. So we always say, like, you get stuck in the box. Like, you just, and that's what happens. People in Denver, they don't even know that they are not progressing as fast because they just have not seen as much. Okay. Like, here in DC, we have politics, we have, like, New York's up the street, Philly's 2 hours away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have so many different cultures here. In Colorado, it's only what you see on social media or what people bring in from different states. And so it's slower. So, you know what I mean? Just off that. So I can't go back. I would be regressing like no other. Yo, but I like to visit.
Somebody from there is watching this and like, like what you mean?
But no, I do miss Denver. So that's why moving West Coast a little bit is more convenient for me. Just because, like, I be missing my people. I be missing going down to certain restaurants or whatever.
And I guess Cali's closer. Yeah. So if you ever had to make that move and go there and just see what's happening there, you could. Right?
Super easy.
Let's talk about your history with fitness. You got into it. Is it like a personal thing, or was it like a cultural thing in the sense like people that you grew up around was into fitness, or it was just personal?
So it was more so personal, I guess. So I started off pre-med at Howard actually. I was gonna go to medical school. I've worked in hospitals. That was my thing, was medicine. Yeah. But then I started to realize, and I tore my ACL back in the day also, so I had to do rehab and all that. So that's what got me into fitness. Okay. But then I realized, one, how long medical school was, and just the commitment of medical school, residency, and then specialty. Yeah. I would be 30 before I was even doing what I wanted to do. So then that was one thing. I was like, okay, there has to be another way I can practice medicine without doing 10 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I got into exercise that way, exercise science. So I started getting into preventative health versus treatment. And I realized it's like a very much needed thing nowadays, just because people are getting sick and illnesses, chronic illnesses that could be avoided with healthy living, diet, fitness, working out. Literally just those 3 things alone could save a lot of our population, especially the Black communities. So I was like, that's what I'm going to get into. Yeah. So I started a front desk job freshman year. I just needed extra money because I wasn't going to be broke out here. And they interviewed me for a personal training job. And I was like, they're like, okay, create a workout. And I was like, squat and plank. And I didn't know anything. Yeah. So then I started studying.
Wait, was it random?
It was random, yeah. Because I went in for front desk. And they thought I was interviewing for personal training. So they started talking to me like I was a personal trainer. And I was sitting there like.
In the interview, I
was like, I just wanted to just check people into the gym,
But you thought it was a normal interview that they have with everybody.
Yeah, and it was, but they just got me, I guess, confused with someone. Yeah. But once that error happened, I then was like, well, how do you become a personal trainer? And so they told me you have to get certified, this and the fifth. So I just did the self-taught course through the National Academy of Sports Medicine because I couldn't afford the other classes. Honestly, I was broke. I probably didn't even get my Howard refund check by that time. So I was like, all right, I'm going to teach myself. And then I was there for a little bit, and then I applied at Equinox. And Equinox is the #1 gym in the country. It's the #1 gym. And so I took a big jump. I went from, I had one client. I had one person that I trained for fake, and I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know what to do. And then I applied, and it was just like, they was messing with me, so I went in and I learned everything at Equinox. So
okay, that's a dope experience. Thanks. Yeah. So and you saying that fitness can definitely save people's lives. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I've actually had clients who can't move. So there's functional fitness or functional, I guess, health. Just being able to do things like sit down, stand up, put your hands over your head. And I know it sounds something so stupid or simple, but it's just people can't do these movements. And it's just because they're working at desks all the time. They're not exercising. Yeah. And then you start seeing their posture go down. And you start seeing they're getting heartburn, or they're having joint problems, mobility problems, stuff like that. Then, a few years later they can't stand up by themselves. They can't sit down by themselves. So being able to stop that now while people are even our age, early 20s, okay, but trying to reverse that for someone who's 40 is way harder than just doing the correct thing now as being this young. Yeah. So,
do you think Black people have weight issues?
I think that there needs to be some addressing of just
I think hell yeah.
diet, you know? Yeah, I think, and diet is a big part of it as well as fitness.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm actually stepping into now, getting my certification with nutrition because they go hand in hand. You can work out 3 times a week, but if you're eating McDonald's, and I don't even say McDonald's because McDonald's is something everyone eats nowadays, but really if you're eating fried foods every day, you're going to see no results. Or you might get a little cut on your arms here.
Yeah,
but
I think McDonald's be a lot of places where black people are.
Yeah, because it's cheap.
Yeah.
And that's their target.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we're going to give you, I seen a commercial for 20 nuggets for $5 at like Burger King. And 20? I'm like, come again. There's no way that's chicken nugget. There's no way that's chicken. Yeah. There's no way that's healthy. That's going to stay in your stomach for like a week and not break down. So it's just like, there definitely needs to be more. And that's what I'm working on, is just getting our community more aware. Because the thing that's going on with our community is once we know and have the knowledge, it's over. Like you can see our community taking over in all these aspects. Fashion, music, like everything. It's just a matter of knowledge. Even real estate. I have friends who are like, okay, I'm buying property, I'm doing this. Once we know what to do, we do it. So it's like, I'm trying to get the knowledge out there to people.
Yeah. So it's almost like outside of just the physical aspect of fitness, you also speaking about education because you want to educate people.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's like, what is the route? How do you get the message to the people? Because so many people don't know. And I've been to places here in DC where they have McDonald's, and I'm not gonna hold you, like the people in there look like zombies, like, and they
don't even know. Yeah. So first you start off with just like right now the biggest tool to spread a message is social media.
Okay.
And so, but you have to do it in a way that is going to target specific audiences. So early 20s, 30s, people are using Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. But for people who are like in their 30s and 40s, they're still using Facebook. Yeah. And so a lot of people who are trying to get messages off are just going to Twitter, and it's like, that's cool and all, but the people who need more information and aren't up to date, they might be on Facebook, or they might be in the newspaper, or they might be watching the news versus just seeing what's trending on Twitter. Yeah. So you have to meet people where they're at.
But you don't think it's too late for some people at a certain age? Because there's some older folks, I cannot see them changing their diet, going to work out.
I mean, okay. To be completely honest, it's like someone who's been doing something incorrectly for 20 years and it's been working for them in the sense that they haven't got sick or died yet, and that's just what it is on the surface.
They're alive.
Yeah, that they're alive. Like, it's working, I'm still alive. It's like, it's harder to get through to them. Like, I even have some family members that it's like, I see what they eat and I'm like, I used to eat this when I was little. Like, they don't even know that this is not even what it is. Like, my grandfather asked me to write him a grocery list. I was like, you get groceries all the time. He's like, he be eating bacon and pork. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm taking over. But it's just like, for some people, it's all about just integrating small changes versus big picture. Because like, if someone changes, let's say they just stop eating fast food, just completely, their health is going to improve. They might not be doing a triathlon, but it's like those little mile markers versus just trying to make $1 million in a day that's the growth that I look for, because you can't turn someone who's been eating, I don't know, terribly for literally 40 years and now they're 62. You're not going to turn them into a vegan.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And if you do, kudos to you, but it's just like little changes.
Yeah. Unless they got really sick and then they were like, oh, I got to make changes.
Then it's like it's too late. So they either do or die. They either change it or they don't.
Do you feel obligated to point out stuff about your family when it comes to like, fitness? Like,
well,
all right, Mom, we gotta change how you eat right now. Like, or you just like, this is my business. I let them be.
I always, because I don't want to be pushy. You know what I mean? I hate when people be preaching to me about whatever it may be. Like, I'm like, all right, I hear it. So I try to do it in a way that I can just, it's like a slight nudge, not a push. So it's something like, I'll offer an alternative. I do this with a lot of my clients. So it's like, not elimination, but just moderation. Yeah. So I do little stuff like that, or just appeal, like, for my mom, for example. I'd be like, ooh, girl, you need to drink Essentia, like the water I drink. So I'm like, you should drink that. And she gets it. She'll send me pictures. Because it gets the message to her. Like, I don't have to be like, you need to stop drinking.
Oh, so she actually, like, will start drinking it?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, like, it's just little things. Because if you make it fun or cute or appeal to someone, like, let's say, oh, yo, you see that LeBron James commercial where he was eating da-da-da-da-da-da? It's like, everyone likes LeBron James. Come on. So I'm going to do what they do because it seems to be working. So you have to. You can't just tell someone, oh, you need to throw all that out. Or I'm going to go through your cabinet and throw all this bullshit out. Yeah. Because they're not going to, they're going to feel attacked. You have to work with them, not be their enemy. Okay.
This is dope. So what else is going on in your life? You know, it's the summer now in DC. What else you got going on?
It is the summer.
Yeah.
I am starting. I have a lot of moving pieces actually. I try not to announce them
to put them out. Somebody gonna take your ideas.
Yes, there's a balance between positive manifestation and like speaking too soon.
Okay.
But I'm getting into the YouTube world because it's a whole world. I made a YouTube like 6 months ago. I never started because I doubted myself. Like, I deal with things just as much as people do. Like, you know, I was doubting myself. I was like, I don't know if people are going to like it. Yeah. But now, so I'm about to get into the YouTube world. I'm working on becoming a celebrity trainer specifically. That's why I'm moving to LA.
Dope. See, I knew something was coming.
You know, moving to LA. Yeah. I haven't announced it, so this is the first announcement. But that's what I'm working on. And then just social media platforms, period, for myself and other people and stuff. Okay.
How you feel about LA?
Look, I went out there maybe 2 weeks ago. I like LA. Yeah. LA it's a lot, don't get me wrong. But because I'm coming from DC, it's not going to swallow me whole. Because I can see how it can be a lot. Like, cost of living is expensive out there. Yeah. But cost of living is kind of the same as it is out here. Yeah. It's not like I'm coming back home. When I left for college, an apartment was like $1,200 for a 1-bedroom. Yeah. You know what I mean? Out here, you're paying $2, period. Yeah. So LA is very similar to DC in pricing. But I like it. I like the vibes. People are very free. There's stuff to do as far as like, at least what I've seen. There's just stuff to do that matches my personality a little more.
And you don't have school, so you're just gonna be straight working.
I'm gonna be working. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have like a network out there? You know?
I do.
Okay. I think that's the most important thing. It is. Like, honestly, that's the end all be all, honestly. Because if you move into LA because you had an epiphany and you're like, I just felt it in my spirit, the law of attraction, and you just move there, you don't know anybody.
You ain't doing nothing.
I think when you go to school, it's easier because you are in an environment. It's like it's enclosed in. You know, you're forced to meet people, so you can always network. But like after school, when you want to move into a city, it's like you don't have that. You know, like you out in the world now. You vulnerable as hell.
And people don't care who you are.
Nobody give a damn.
Nobody cares.
So.
And that's one thing I noticed about LA is everyone there is some type of Instagram famous, Twitter famous. No one cares who you are. Like they don't. You see celebrities walking down the street all the time, and it's like, what are you doing? You can't just be a cute face out there. Like, everyone's a cute face out there. So it's like you got to have some type of skill, plan, motive, goal, something.
And I think to the point that you made about everybody's doing something out there. LA is like one of the places where people are scheming like hell. Yo, like when I was there, everybody that I met knew somebody that knew Kanye. You know what I mean? That knew this, that knew that. And I'm just like, yo, come on, man. What are y'all doing? Yo, who are all y'all? You know what I mean? I think well, let me ask you, are you a traveler?
Yeah, I love to travel.
Okay, you love traveling. Yeah, so that's gonna be dope. Like, I think that's one thing. So I've been to like 37 countries.
What?
Yeah. So.
What's your favorite country you've been to? That's hard. 37. That's a list.
I have to say Rio in Brazil.
Word.
Yeah. That has to be my place. I think that's where I learned being free and like going to new places and like just starting over there and stuff like that. You know, it was Brazil because I went there for a week for my birthday, and the last day I was supposed to leave, and I said, man, fuck this, I'm staying.
No way.
Yeah.
How long did you stay?
I was there for 3 years.
What?
Yeah. This was tough.
That's off the chain. That's lit.
You know what I mean? So, and I had to start my own business there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
just up and go.
Yeah, just like that. So like, I love when people do that. You know, and I believe in the law of attraction. I don't know if you believe in the law of attraction. Yeah, I think you can actually manifest your reality.
I agree.
Yeah,
completely. I until about maybe honestly that LA trip, I was like about moving. I was like, oh, I can stay here, I can stay there. Then I went, and a whole bunch of just good things happened. And then a whole bunch of just kind of things have been happening in DC, and I'm like, nah, it's a sign. Like, it's time for me to make that transition. And how I know is just because I'm scared. Like, I can say I'm like, I'm sweating over here, but I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think once you dive into it, it's gonna be a lot of different new things that happen, and it's just about embracing it. You know, like, I'm not gonna hold you. When I stayed in Brazil, my first month, I was broke as hell, cause like, you know, I had brought all my money to spend for the week. I didn't plan on living there. I planned on going back. You know what I mean? So the first week, I had to just struggle, and then you know, what I started doing was I started teaching English, and I got lucky because this lady was about to stop teaching English and start a business, and she gave me all her clients.
That's beautiful. That's love.
And it was like, yo, oh shit, now I can live here. You know, so it's like, oh, it's real. You know, so. And, you know, when I was there, I could have easily came back home, stayed with my parents, worked, and made money. You know, that was like the decision that any smart person would do, you know what I mean?
Stack your bread, work,
But I was like, nah, I'm going to stick it out, you know? Like, I just delved into, I didn't let the beginning experience of being broke and just not knowing the language faze me, you know? So, yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that in them to keep on, kind of just living in the moment of just like, okay, this is my situation, these are the cards that are handed to me, you either gonna make it shake, what you gonna do? A lot of people kind of renege.
For real. Because it's the kind of like the smartest thing to do, like, to not take risks and know that doing this thing is gonna bring you this exact results. That's the easy way, like, you know, being stable. But if you want to, you know, break the mold, you got to take risks, you know?
You got to do something crazy.
So I love that, Okay, so, LA, be prepared, you know?
Coming soon.
And what do you plan on establishing on your YouTube channel now that you said you're ready to put it all out?
I'm ready. Well, I'm going to do, a lot of my social media is actually lifestyle. So I believe in living the life I want to live. So like, I travel a lot, or I budget my money to do the things I want to do and it's probably, I'm be honest, out of my tax bracket at times, but it's like, if I can responsibly manage it, then like, I'm gonna do it. So my YouTube channel is just gonna be like lifestyle and health, fitness. I'm gonna put my workouts out there. I don't put a lot of my workouts out there, so I'm gonna start really showcasing what I do per se beyond just to my clients, because I'm very exclusive just to my clients. So now I kind of want people to be able to learn. I'm doing a rooftop workout series where I'm about to start working out on different rooftops in DC, and then once I move to LA. So just
that's dope. That's
some
dope.
Cute stuff.
Yeah, that's dope. Okay. People definitely gonna check you out. You know what I mean? We're gonna put this out. People gonna know about you. Before we wrap it up, you know, shout out your social media handles.
So DaiJa Monet _ for Twitter and Instagram. And then YouTube, wait on it. It's coming.
It's coming, y'all.
My YouTube name is DayFit. Follow me. All that.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. This was dope. I learned a lot about Howard, you know, stuff that I know, and now I'm certain. But as an alum, I think also giving back is important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people probably leave Howard and, you know, I know how niggas are.
Yeah, they just leave.
They wear the name everywhere they go, but they don't care. Bringing no money back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I understand why, because Howard has done a lot of, you know, just like people have getting bad experiences. But now I'm gonna come back around. I'm gonna start hiring some people to help me out.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
All right then, it's a wrap.